heated Reddit discussion, mom walked in. It's definitely gonna be some shit like that. The title of the YouTube video is definitely gonna be some shit like, my mom took over the stream, and some shit. It's for sure gonna be something like that. Alright, am I the asshole for telling my husband to get over himself? My husband has a 14-year-old daughter, Everly, from a previous relationship. Her bio mom is not in the picture, and he and Everly are very close as a result of that. Everly has some serious health issues. I won't say what they are out of respect for her privacy, but she's in and out of the hospital and is being monitored almost 24/7 at home. Everly was just in the hospital and came home yesterday. When my husband took her home, he got distracted with a work call, and I was with our 3-month-old, so my mom got her something to eat and tucked her in for a nap. When my husband was done with his call, he went into Everly's room to check on her. She was supposed to be asleep, so he didn't knock because he didn't want her to wake up, or didn't want to wake her up. When he went in, Everly dove under the covers and told him to get me or my mom. He got me, and I checked on her and gave her her meds. She explained that she kicked my husband out because she was topless and panicked when she came in. She had a shirt on by the time I came in. She and I talked about it, then I went to tell my husband, and everything was fine and she wasn't mad. I explained the situation to him, and he was relieved that he hadn't done anything wrong, and that she wasn't upset, but he was confused why she was comfortable with me coming in when I've only been in her life for 3 years, especially when she's never been uncomfortable with him before. Pops! Ew. Like, bro, you don't see why she would be uncomfortable? You don't see no reason as to why she might be uncomfortable. I ain't gonna say nothing. I told him that she's 14 and things are changing, and she might want to talk to me about certain things, and she might change her mind on what she's comfortable with. That night, she was feeling nauseous. When that happens, someone would give her nausea medicine and sit in the bathroom with her until the feeling passes. My husband almost always does this, but last night she only wanted me. I went back to bed after she went to sleep. My husband was still awake, and after checking to make sure she's okay, started saying that he can't believe she's starting to pull away from him. I was a little frustrated, it's been a really long week, and told him to get over himself and that their relationship is fine. I reminded him that she just spent 2 hours curled up in his lap while we watched a movie. He didn't say anything after that, and he's been a little distant today. I feel bad, but I also think he needed a wake-up call. Everly still loves him a lot, and it's perfectly normal for her to want her mom. She's been calling me mom for a little over a year now in certain situations as she gets older. Am I the asshole? Like, you know, I just cracked the joke. I def cracked the joke. Pops is for sure overreacted. But at the same time, I kind of feel where he coming from. I ain't got no kids, but I can imagine, you probably looked at your daughter, you like, damn, she growing up. I don't know. I guess my only perspective, or like my only frame of reference for this shit is sitcoms and like TV shows and movies and shit. And I can imagine the pops being like, I don't want my little girl to grow up, bro. But at the same time, you do gotta understand that she growing up and she not gonna be comfortable with all the same shit she used to be because she becoming a grown adult, a grown woman. So you do gotta get over it. But at the same time, it's like, as a dad, I'm like, I can imagine he probably scared. He probably like, damn, my little girl growing up, So it's like, I don't think OP is the asshole. And I mean, Pops definitely like kind of acted like an asshole, but I think, he probably just scared. He probably just scared. He probably just misses baby girl. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel where he coming from. OP definitely not the asshole though. I don't think it's that callous and cynical. I think it's just you used to having your kid be a certain age. You used to having them in your sight and being able to protect them. I don't think it's necessary. It's not always a matter of, oh, I don't want my kid to have any autonomy, or I don't want my kid to, you know, grow up and be older. But it's just, you have to face the fact that your child is one day gonna have to enter the world, and you know it's gonna be hard, and you know that your kid is gonna be in a lot of situations that they might not be ready for, and they're gonna be in a lot of adverse situations and shit. And I think it's just I think it's a natural response to be scared, because it's like you care for your kid. I don't think it's a matter of, you know. I mean, it's easy to say that until you get there. Like, I think it's easy for all of us as, well, I mean, I assume, I don't know if anybody in the chat got kids, but I think it's easy for us as people without kids to be like, you should be prepared for that moment when before you have a child. And I think that most people probably do think they prepare, but it's a completely different thing when you get there. When you get there and you watching your kid be like, damn, can I go out tonight? And damn, can I do this? And can I do that? You be like, whoa, I just realized I can't always be there for my kid. And sometimes they might get into a situation where I'm not there or something like that. I'm not to say that some parents aren't overprotective and take some of that shit, you know, too far. But I think that's a scary thing for most parents. Even if you just a regular person that you don't have the intention of holding your kid and, you know, keeping them locked up or whatever, or trying to influence every decision they make, you still got to be like, oh, you probably still have the thought of being like, damn, like my kid is really about to be an adult, you know? Because like I got a lot of freedom when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, when I was, you know, I didn't have to wrangle with my moms or whatever to go outside and go hang with my peoples and shit. She, you know, she trusted me enough to, you know, go out and make my mistakes and make my decisions by myself and shit. But I'm sure she was probably scared. You know, I bet you want me to go out? She probably went outside though. I ain't gonna lie. She probably smoking, to be honest. But I'm gonna ask her like, Ma, when I was turning like 12, 13, 14, whatever, was you scared about, you know, just the fact that I was you know, I was getting ready to be an adult and go out into the real world and shit? I would imagine that she probably was at some point, you know? I think that's a natural thing for most parents. So anyway, back to the thread, right? Like I said, because I think as much as I done threw Pops a bunch of bail, I do think at some point you genuinely do just have to get over it. You do have to, because I mean, it's just like, it's a fact of life. There's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? You literally have to get over it. But I think, you know, I don't think he's wrong for having that feeling. I don't think he's wrong for having that emotions. I didn't. Absolutely. But yeah, that's my judgment. That's my judgment on that one. Am I the asshole for insisting that my wife gets cold too easily and that I am in... I'm skipping this. I'm skipping this. No, this one has to get skipped. Nah. No, I ain't gonna lie. I do want to. Let's read it. I want to read it. It's short. Am I the asshole for insisting that my wife gets cold too easily and that I'm in fact normal? My wife and I are complete opposites in how we perceive temperature. She is cold anytime our home dips below 75. She prefers it to be over 76 all of the time, which typically ends up hovering around 77 or 78. This results in me always being sweaty, stinking, and miserable. She insists that I am oversensitive to heat, and that is what I wear, and that I should dress more comfortably in the house. I typically wear jeans and a t-shirt. Occasionally the shirt will be long sleeved. I continue to insist that I should be allowed to dress like a normal person in the house and that normal people do not keep the temperature at 77 degrees. We also live in a very humid environment where fresh air isn't really a thing. This may sound petty, but I am increasingly miserable and I am beginning to really dislike my wife for not tolerating a more reasonable temperature indoors. I just wanted to read it. I'm not even about to give it no judgment. I just wanted to read it. Am I the asshole for telling my ex-husband's son that my daughter is not his sister? We definitely got to tap in. We definitely got to tap in. I'm sorry. Am I the asshole for telling my ex-husband's son that my daughter is not his sister? Holy shit. My ex-husband's son, Caden, biracial family, was born during the course of our marriage, and I was in a vulnerable space, so it didn't make sense for me to leave. Caden's mother got institutionalized a few months after he was born, and my ex got full custody. Damn. What happened? This already wild as fuck. We only like what two paragraphs in. Now I wasn't a mom to him at all. Just a responsible adult who cooked meals for him, kept him safe, and looked after him when he was sick. I finally left my situation was Caden was 3, and I still babysit Caden sometimes because I'm the only one he feels comfortable with other than his own daddy. Now, after struggling with infertility for years, I had a surprise baby with my friend Will. It was a shock for both of us, but we decided to embrace the gift and co-parent together. Will is my best friend, and his son, Aiden, 5 years old, is a doting big brother to my daughter, now 7 months old. The other day, I was babysitting Caden for a few hours when the kids, Caden and Aiden, got into a fight over my daughter. Caden told Aiden that my daughter was his sister and not Aiden's. I gently explained to him, even though he was not my daughter's big brother, he could definitely be her buddy. He was inconsolable. I had to tell him that Aiden was indeed her big brother. My ex is furious with me for telling him that my daughter isn't his sister. He thinks my comments were harsh and inappropriate for a 5-year-old. I think that my comments were okay. I don't want to confuse a little boy, create expectations and disappointments down the line. Am I the asshole? Nah. I thought going like fuck. I wish. Why can't these threads be the worst case scenario? I want him to be all fucked up. I want him to be like OP was a fucking dickhead and just said some shit out of line. But again, she just said a fact. She just said a fact. Like, yo, like my daughter is not your sister. Like straight up. Just a fact. So like, but yet also her life is crazy. The OP's life is insane, bro. I want to go to the comments and see if anybody else is like, bitch, what are you going through? Not the asshole. The only way this child could have come up with the idea that the babysitter's baby was his sister is if dad was drilling that idea to his head. Well, not necessarily. Because, I mean, Caden was like, you know, Caden knows of OP, so, I mean, whatever. I'm not sure I'll declare a sentence here. You say that you weren't a mother and yet you care for this child for the entire first 3 years of his life and still watch him occasionally. It seems to me that he considers you to be his mother, and so by extension, he considers your daughter to be his sister. You telling him that he was not her brother was basically you telling him that he's not a part of your family. I feel for that little boy. How confusing and heartbreaking for him at only 5 years of age. I don't think it was right for your ex to get furious at you, but I also don't think you've properly considered your role in the child's life. That's not her problem. Like, I know that's gonna sound mad callous. I know, but that's her husband's love child with a crazy bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, if she don't want to consider that child her kid, then I don't think she has to. You know, like. These threads, like, they wild, but at the same time, they not. Like, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Am I the asshole for chastising my son for selling the car we bought him for his birthday? Am I the asshole for putting my pregnant wife ahead of my mom when it is my mom's birthday? trying to find a good one. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my daughter's plane ticket, but paying for my youngest daughter who this vacation is dedicated to? Wait, go back. Wait, go back. Hold on. Wait, did he really make 22 bands? Am I the asshole for chastising my son for selling the car we bought him for his birthday? So for my son's 18th birthday, my wife and I decided to buy him a car. We bought him a new sedan. It was a little over $30,000. He was very appreciative, though he said he didn't need a brand new one. Everything was in his name. Almost immediately, he sells it to CarMax and gets some old, cheap, no-frills sedan with roll-up windows. We were floored. He said it was to help him pay for college, which was weird because we agreed we would help him split the cost. He probably made about at least $22,000 in profit from doing this. We feel this was a total slap in the face, and we told him how disrespected we felt. But he said, and I quote, "If I'm going to survive long term in the 21st century, I need to save as much as possible." Does this really mean you have to sell gifts other people give you? Honestly, bro is a certified bag chaser. Hey, we have to give it to him. Hey, it was disrespectful as fuck. Let's keep it real. Because if my peoples gave me a brand new $30,000 car and I ain't had to put shit on it, nigga, I'm keeping that. What the fuck? But selling that bitch and making 22 bands and getting you just a beat up that can get you from point A to point B and pocketing 22 bands? That's real bag chaser shit. I cannot be mad. I can't be mad at that. I genuinely cannot be mad at that one bit. So I'm gonna say no assholes here. And I agree with the flare. No assholes here. I understand the parents being upset, but I understand why the kid did it. No assholes. No assholes. That nigga's a bad. He gonna get far in life. I got you. Check the comments. I love water, bro. No assholes here. I can see how this will rub you wrong, but as I'm sure some time and planning went into selecting the vehicle, but you also need to take a step back and admire how smart this actually is, if he's good on his word, of course. He's investing in his future, and that's a lot bigger than what kind of car he's rolling around in. For an 18-year-old, it sounds like he has his head screwed on pretty damn well, even if it may seem unconventional to others. Real. Because honestly, that's like, fuck that, because I'm not a car nigga. Honestly, I'm not. So I know I said like if my peoples gave me 30,000 on a car, I'd probably just keep it. But now that I think about it, I really don't give a fuck. I'm cool with my little 2018 Jeep Compass. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no dummy expensive shit. I'll sell this bitch with the quickness. All right, come on, I appreciate you. I honestly probably give it like another 30. Probably give it another 30 minutes. I'm out of here. I plan on keeping it short. Or maybe we hop on like Marvel Snap after. I don't know. Maybe we play a little Marvel Snap. Just a little Marvel Snap. No assholes here. Splitting the cost will still put them in debt. 20,000 less debt is, I mean, true. I mean, everybody in the comments is like, they agree with what I'm saying. Like, they you know. It don't matter because you about to come out and pick up my slack. So it don't even matter that I'm shortchanging y'all. Because you about to come out. When you streaming? Tomorrow? Next week? When you starting? Am I the ass? Oh yeah, we read this one. Am I the asshole for drinking boba in front of my pregnant sister when it makes her gag? Am I the asshole for telling my sister to stop taking pictures of my husband while we were at the beach? Am I the asshole for not checking the score of a certain NBA game on a 3-hour flight for a passenger on an in-flight? This sound petty as fuck. You don't know yet? Okay. Well, whenever you're ready, the street's gonna be ready. Am I the asshole for not checking the scores of a certain NBA game on a 3-hour flight for a passenger on an in-flight Wi-Fi I paid for? I was on a 3-hour flight on an airplane traveling back home. I didn't have any form of entertainment on me besides my phone, and you had to purchase Wi-Fi to use internet during the flight. It was $8.99 for the whole trip, so I decided to purchase it since I didn't want to be bored this entire trip. There was a passenger next to me. There was a passenger sitting next to me. He asked me if I could check the score for a certain NBA game that was happening. Since I paid for the Wi-Fi, I should be able to use it however I want to. So I said no. He wouldn't accept no for an answer and said it's only going to take like less than 5 seconds to check the score. I said, I don't care. You can buy Wi-Fi yourself if you want to know so badly. Would I be the asshole in this situation? Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead, bro. Just Google it real fast, nigga. It's not like they charging you for the bandwidth, nigga. Just Google it real fast and tell me, and then you can close the window out and go back to doing whatever the fuck you was doing. The fact that everyone sucks is crazy. I have to read the comments. Everyone sucks here. We live in a society where it is customary to extend small favors and courtesies to people if it would take us less than 5 seconds to do so. You should have just told him to score. He's also an asshole for not taking no for an answer. I mean, I guess. I guess. Because y'all know me. I hate strangers. I hate strangers and I hate people asking me shit. But like, over something so fucking insignificant and inconsequential, I would be upset that you didn't do it too. You know what I mean? Like, bro, just Google it. Like, it's like if somebody asks you for the time on your watch. Like, hey, bro, what time is it? Like, it's my wrist, and I don't have to look at it for you. I mean, like, yeah, you right, but like, just tell me what time it is real quick. just tell me what time it is. just do this and be like, hey, bro, it's 7:37. like, you know, fuck. This shit ain't that. Even this coming from me, a nigga that hates random social interaction. If I was on a plane with my headphones on and I'm already, like, when I get on a plane, know this, you probably can already guess this about me. If you familiar with me and you familiar with how I deal with social situations, you know I probably don't. I'm not trying to talk to nobody on the plane. No way, nigga. I make sure I got I got my AirPods, I got my over the head headphones, just to make sure niggas know, don't speak to me. You feel me? Like, I'm not in the mood to get spoken to, nigga. You feel me? But if I'm on my phone, somebody tap me and say, hey, bro, what's the score for the Pistons game? I ain't gonna hold you, I'd be annoyed. I for sure would be like, all right, let me see. But I would just do it because it's like, you know, it take me less than 30 seconds to get this nigga out my face and be like, bro, we down 20, nigga. What you think? We the Pistons, we losing. we down 20, nigga. We losing. I mean, like, you know, like, I can't just want to know what the score is. That's not even, I don't even think that's an addiction thing. It's just like, I'm curious. I just want to know what the score. I couldn't watch the game, so I just want to know what the score is. It'd be one thing if the nigga was like, all right, give me the score plus give me all the box stats, nigga. What K got? What's his stat line looking like? 25, 6, 7? What he was? I don't know what that nigga was averaging. I don't know what K was averaging last season. But I'm saying, like, if he asked for a whole character, if he asked for a whole player stat line or some shit, I'd be like, okay, bro, calm down. But if the nigga was like, bro, who up? Like, you know, it's just simple question. Simple question that it takes like literally like 10 seconds. All you have to do is look up like current team game score, and Google got it autoplay or like an automatic widget or whatever that'll say like, here's the current stats for this game, and you ain't gotta click a web page or nothing. It'll automatically pop up on Google. That's because I don't really watch basketball no more. That's how I keep up with basketball. Like, I just look up the scores for the games and be like, who winning right now? Damn, they'd be like, Pistons down 20. Yeah, of course we are. I mean, yeah, you can see it when you land, but what if you just like, you know, what if you're just curious? You can't just be curious in that moment. I don't think that's addiction. I just think, you know, just be curious. Am I the asshole for uninviting my husband to my brother's wedding? Throwaway account because it's a sensitive topic? I like that. The idea of asking Twitter for... Hey, now that's what we should do for real. You think Reddit is bad? Let's start doing Twitter, am I the asshole? That's when it get really lit. We need to do that. Elon, hey Elon, tap in with a nigga, bro. I know you looking for features and shit because you fucking the website up. Tap in with a nigga. We can do Twitter, am I the asshole? It'll be lit, bro. Put that on $8. Put that for $8. Like, I bet you niggas buy it. It's like, we won't buy that shit. Throwaway account because it's a sensitive topic. Both my husband and I live in a different country. This shit is loud in my ears. I'm gonna just skip the song, bro. Shit was loud as fuck in my ears. All right. Throwaway account because it's a sensitive topic. Both my husband and I live in a different country away from our families and are going to be traveling home to visit family for the first time since we got married. The occasion is pretty perfect because it's my brother's wedding and we have the extended family flying in from all over the world, which means he can meet all of them at once. He's never met them before. Now, in our culture, weddings are long, 5 days. It's so many. I have to make it. I'm making an assumption. It's probably wrong, but I'm still going to make it because I am ignorant. I'm assuming it's another Indian wedding because the last thread where it was like a wedding and it was a cultural thing, they also said the weddings was like 4 to 5 days long. So what's up with all these Indian wedding posts? Weddings are long, 5-day weddings with multiple ceremonies, and understanding that it might be a lot to meet so many people, I told him it was okay for him to come for the 2 main days and arrange for him to have a separate space to stay so he can decompress if he needs to. This is like the polar opposite of the other thread, literally. Like this time, like in the last thread, the girlfriend invited her boyfriend to the wedding, and was mad at the family because they couldn't sleep together. This time, and the boyfriend was like, "No, it's fine. I can just sleep on the couch." This time, the girlfriend's like, "Look, it's gonna get hectic in that bitch. So you only have to come for the 2 main days, and then we can get a hotel." It's straight up like it's the Bizarro World version of the last thread or the other thread we did. Now, here is where we have friction. He is unwilling to participate in any of the fun activities we have planned for the 2 days that he's going to be at the wedding, and I told him that if he doesn't want to wholeheartedly participate and at least try to get along with my family, then I was uninviting him from the wedding. Am I the asshole? Let's read the info in the edit. Info, the activities are participating in a small group dance to welcome the newly married couple, a game night, card games, and a few games like couples getting a prompt and having to come up with a short poem about each other. Update. Thank you everyone for weighing in. I definitely see and understand both points of view. I was definitely in my head because it's the only wedding with my family that he will attend, but I guess I didn't think that it would be so horrible for him to attend and participate in all of these. I'm going to talk to him and see if we can find a middle ground, but if he's not going to be interested in anything, then he will remain uninvited. Thank you all so much. You all put into words how and why I felt the way I do, which makes it easier to explain to myself and hopefully get to a better spot. But yeah, honestly, I was gonna say she not the asshole. I'm not gonna say she not the asshole, cause like just participate. Like the activities don't sound that bad. If the nigga was gonna be like deliberately like, you know, deliberately not participate and deliberately be like an asshole about it, fuck it, don't come. She not an asshole. Do not come. In Night City, you can become.